Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the Aloha Perspective. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday. It's my dad's birthday today. Woohoo! Happy birthday, Father, wherever you are on the ocean. He's on a cruise. So, I have some decks. Today is going to be a very eclectic day. Just kind of winging it until next Monday when we start getting into the Vortex cards. 60 of these. And it's basically, let's see. Sorry, I'm reading this as I go. So the cards, which is by Esther and Jerry Hicks and the Teachings of Abraham. I really believe that this deck of cards not only contains everything necessary to attract and maintain wonderful relationships, but also explains everything that we would ever need to understand about living our lives here in these bodies at this time. And that is what I'm going to focus on. Those cards are basically going to be kind of setting in stone, right? Solidifying that foundation of self-love that we've been working on. But until we get to those on Monday, we're going to do the Rebel deck today. It's been a long time. This is the first card. They broke your heart. Fuck them. That's what we're in for. Yes, these are the saucy. These are the saucy cards. So, let me give them a shuffle. I also have the Beyond Lemuria, Awaken the Priestess Within, and Quotes to Live By. So we got a little bit of a morning this morning, and it, like I said, it's going to be very eclectic with probably some lessons in here, and we'll start off just with these cards because these are fun. These are so much fun. I love these cards. Love them to itty bitty bits. So let's see. There we go. Let's start there. Okay. You are loved. You are loved. You are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. I feel like that one's totally meant for me. So again, you are loved and you are here for a reason, so don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. All right. Rebel. Rebel or rebel. However you want to read it, because fuck it. We got a theme here. We really got a theme here. Whatever you were thinking about, don't do it if it's bad. Okay, if you are thinking about something bad, don't do it. Now is not the fucking time. Right? See, I'm not lying. That's what these cards are saying. Take a fucking trip. Go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. Okay, that's just mean. You're cool, all right? There is no one cooler than you, but there are people just as cool as you, okay? No one's better, no one's worse. So, let's see. We'll do one more. Stop fucking whining. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it. I don't think complaining makes you weak. I think complaining just keeps you stuck. Okay, so obviously I love these cards, but I don't necessarily agree with how they're worded all the time. But a lot of times we confuse venting with complaining. I feel like if you vent about something the first couple of times, you know, you're just getting it off your chest. Maybe you're trying to get a straw poll of different people of what they think about what you're going through, or maybe how you handled it. But when you keep going and going and going, it's just complaining after that. It's just, if you don't fix your situation, it is just complaining after that. So I don't think complaining makes you weak. You do have the strength to change your own world, so do it. But again, I think complaining keeps you stuck, especially if you complain about the same things over and 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 over again. So there's the Rebel deck. That was a fun one, right? Looks like today's messages were brought to you by the F word. And, well, we don't have a number yet. the letter F. Wow. I can't believe that many cards in a row came out with dropping F-bombs. So anyways, here's one of my favorite ones. I got these in Tucson about 3 years ago. Actually, no, it was about 2 years ago when I first started the Perspective. So, because I was looking for things to talk about before I had like Hodgepodge Monday, Tuesday Thoughts, Self-Care Wednesday, Things to Think on Thursday. Today is Things to Think on Thursday, and this is giving you a lot of things to think on. So, but this one is Crush Your Goals, the Crush Your Goals deck, and they're basically quotes from different people. All right, well, we'll go with this one since, oh, well, these, let's see. I'll pick one from those three. How about that? But I love this deck. And I saw it and I bought it. So let's see. Dun, 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 dun. All right. This is the one. I come in peace, but I mean business. Janelle Monáe. I love that. I come in peace, but I mean business. Which means you can get shit done, but you don't have to be an asshole about it. Okay? So you can come in peace, but still make your point. Say what you want to say. Do what you need to do. But not be mean about it, right? Some people just come in like 240 just with their fist out and going, all right, because they think maybe if they're not rough and tumble, then nothing will get done, right? That people won't take them seriously. But a lot of people don't like that approach. A lot of people, you can mean business and be very serious and very, in tune to what you want without being a jerk. All right. So that's a great quote. That is a great, great quote. I like that. I come in business, but I come in peace, but I mean business. So there you go. Janelle Monáe. So let's get to, let's see, which deck do I want? I know how they feel, so it's kind of stupid for me to even guess. I'll go with this one, which was the one on top, so whatever. But let's see, Beyond Lemuria. For anybody not familiar with Lemuria, Lemuria is also considered a mystical place for people that don't believe in Atlantis or whatnot. But, they're starting to find proof that Atlantis did exist. And I don't know why we tend to think that things don't exist, I mean, is it because it doesn't fit in the timelines of the things that we're taught? Or is it because, we grow up thinking these places are mystical and so they can't possibly be real? And it's like King Arthur, right? They actually believe he was a real person, but maybe not with all the mysticism around it. I mean, Merlin very well could have just been like a warlock or a witch, right? Or maybe he was magical. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not trying to step out of anybody's comfort zone here, but what I'm trying to say is that a lot of times we don't believe in things because we just don't feel that they're plausible, but we use like this much of our brain. Imagine what would happen if we used even just a little bit more of that, or a little bit more of that. We could literally probably teach ourselves how to fly. I mean, I'm not trying to be stupid or silly or dumb, but we don't use the amount of brain that we're given. And it's very possible that in the way back days when these places existed, it's very possible that they did. And maybe people thought, well, we need to not get out of our hand, get out of hand here. So there's a lot of stories that surround Atlantis, but Lemuria was kind of its adjacent neighbor. And they the fallout of Atlantis caused the fallout of Lemuria. And Lemuria was kind of, if you have Atlantis where there's this hot, top high tech, all this stuff, busy, work people, then Lemuria would be like the flower children / hippie version of Atlantis. And so they were the kind of chill people, right? It's like, Bob Marley came for a visit and never left. So they were just zen, total zen. So that's the Lemurian people. But I highly suggest, because I'm one of these people that until somebody can prove to me that it doesn't exist, why not? Why not believe in something? I mean, I think sometimes we tie ourselves down into too much reality and too much, well, that can't exist because this and that. Why? Because a book says it can't exist? Because the timeline of a certain book doesn't go back far enough? Sometimes you have to step out of that. Sometimes you have to step out and, think for yourself. Be a free thinker. I'm a freedom thinker. I'm just like, I'm out there. Whatever, is out there, it as long as there's a possibility of it, why not? Why not? Okay? So, that's just my thing. But, unique gifts. Unique gifts. We all have gifts to bring to the world. If we all did what we truly excelled in and enjoyed our talents and abilities... We all have gifts to bring to the world. If we all did what we truly excelled in and enjoyed our talents and abilities would enable our communities and our planet to thrive. If you haven't connected with your purpose, look at your quirks and what they are telling you. What makes you unique? Look for the positive sides of your oddities and traits. Things you have considered shortcomings might be the qualities that enable your gifts. Are there things you'd like to try or feel pulled to explore? Now is the time to follow these whispers. You never know what they may reveal. This is a great, great card. How many people go through their life just existing in it and never discovering their true purpose? You have to wonder. I was kind of forced into mine. And, it's been a struggle for the last 3 years. I mean, financially, mentally, everything. But I'm also probably in the best mental place I've ever been in my life because I'm aligning with my purpose. I'm aligning with things that are meant for me to do. And I'm learning to trust and just believe the path, that everything is going to work out. And that, one day, if I'm lucky, this show will reach a lot of people because, there's a lot of good that comes out of this. Not because of me, but because of what we talk about, what is discussed here. And it's about opening up and sharing, what's in our heads and reminding ourselves or people that, you can thrive in your life. You don't have to just exist. It's like I've shared many times before on this show. I share my story to help others heal theirs, but I also share my journey to help other people progress on their own. Because I used to be in a very dark place. I used to be in a hole so deep I never thought I would see the light again. And yeah, I have a dinged up mental health, so sometimes I might slip and fall and I'm hanging on by the edge, right, of that well. But I'm not falling as much anymore. I'm not spiraling as much anymore. And when I do spiral, I know there's a reason now, and it's something that I need to heal and fix. But I've come a long way on this journey, and I've discovered a lot of my unique gifts, and I've decided that I don't want to hide them anymore. I don't want to feel shamed or belittled or made to feel small because of something I believe in, not necessarily connecting with the majority of the world's beliefs. So, sometimes we just have to follow our own path, and we have to be brave and courageous enough to do so and to stay on it. So if you have your unique gifts, or you have gifts that are starting to come out, explore them safely. Do your homework. You don't want to just reach out and start doing stuff and, wreaking havoc in your life that you're going to have to fix later. I did that. You do not want to do that because it is literally like trying to catch up to a snowball. All right. I mean, literally, you might as well just start rolling behind it, because that's basically what it's going to feel like until you both crash and you figure it out. So just do your homework. Be safe about your gifts. Be safe about your purpose. And it's okay to step out of your comfort zone, but you don't have to. My gift is writing and speaking. So this is something that I know I can do. It may not be your thing. Maybe you want to write. Maybe you want to blog. Maybe you just want to reach out to other people and just be there for them, or join a support group and say, hey, I've got your back. Because maybe you're going through something similar to them. The brighter we shine our lights in this world, the quicker we can add light to it. A lot of people like to make fun of me because I'll sit there and say, I want to punch some light into this world because it's getting really dark. And that offended me, but then I realized that's just a dark person. That's just a person that thrives in drama. And I don't want to be a person that thrives in drama. I did that long enough. And it wasn't always my drama. I can be a drama llama, but it wasn't always my drama. But somehow I would get pulled into it, and I would just let myself get pulled into it. And you don't want to do that. So if you have a gift, if you have a purpose, follow that path. You don't have to just exist in this life. You can thrive. All right. So the next card, the Infinite. As Lemurians were only partially incarnated, their bodies were much lighter, less physically actualized, and less affected by aging. They were also aware of their infinite nature. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a level of surrender. Ooh. You have arrived at a beginning. Revel in your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away, and there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and arise like a phoenix, born anew, ready for a new cycle of growth. Celebrate, honor the road that brought you here, and prepare to take flight with the tools you have gathered through your elevation process. So this is a rebirth card. I love this. Look, it even looks like a rebirth. It's like a very fancy phoenix, right? Like a Lemurian phoenix. But it's a regrowth card. It's a beginning card. I feel like this is validation for something I've been going through. Everything happens in layers, right? It feels like every week I'm saying, oh yeah, this is validation for something I've gone through. But it is. Everything happens in layers, and it doesn't happen all at once, because I'm pretty certain it would probably kill us if it did. But I don't know if it would for real, but it sure feels like it, right? I mean, sometimes you just want to lay it down and go, seriously, I can't handle anymore, because there's too much. So sometimes it can just come to you in layers. It can come to you like, maybe you have think about an office, right? And you have a stack of folders, or maybe in your job, you might have a stack of folders that you have to go through and look at all the profiles and whatnot, or whatever it is that the folders are. And you take it one at a time. You don't just put them all there and open them all at the same time, right? No, you take them one at a time, because that is more doable, and it won't make you as crazy as if you try to do everything all at once. So we have our last deck. I call this one the Isis Oracle deck. Oh, it is the Isis Oracle deck. It is the Isis Oracle deck. I don't know why I thought it said something else on it. Huh. Oh, Awaken the High Priestess Within. So that was why. So, okay. The Isis Oracle deck. Isis was a goddess in Egypt. I believe she was married to Osiris, who I also believe was her brother. And she brought him back from the dead. I might be wrong about this, so I shouldn't say it, but I think she was the mother of Horus. I don't remember. I really have to get back into my history and start looking it up again, because I'm telling you, I'm just fallen by the wayside with my knowledge here. I've had several concussions, and I feel like every time I get one, it knocks some history out of my head. So, I mean, I'm better now, but the last one was a doozy. So I gotta unlock all those file cabinets in my head again, because I love history. I love me some history. Alright, so here we got 2 cards. We'll do 2 cards. That's an itch. I don't know if I've seen this one before. Ooh, I have not. Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh, okay. The Dark Healing Chamber. I have never seen any of these cards before. This is interesting. Okay, so this one is Ancient Power Mysteries. Ancient Power Mysteries. And this is what I was talking about. You don't have to put it on blast what your gifts are if you're not comfortable with that. I'm in this place now where I just don't care. People that know me, whatever they want to think of me, they can think of me. Okay, I'm not evil. I can always come from a good place. And my beliefs just differ from many people. And, but they also align with the common, thought processes in the world. So but sometimes I have like 2 lanes. There's one that's kind of mainstream that fits everybody and kind of keeps them in their comfort zone. And then there's this other me that I still put out there, because that's just how I am. But that doesn't mean you have to. If you want to discover your gifts and develop your gifts, or whatever they are, in your privacy of your own home, that is also fine. But just try your best to align with those gifts. Maybe there's something that's been weighing on your head that you've wanted to try or you've wanted to do, but other people say, oh, that's stupid. Don't listen to other people, okay? Sometimes people say that because they're insecure. Sometimes people are going to try to hold you back because they don't know how to move forward, okay? Wow, I really like that saying. It just kind of flew out of my mouth. But there you go. Sometimes people will hold you back because they do not know how to move forward. I'm writing that down. Excuse me one moment. That's so good, I have to write that down. Sometimes people will hold you back because they do not know how to move forward. I expect that to become a meme later, or one of those little quotey memes. So there you go. But anyways, Ancient Power Mysteries. The Oracle guides you to honor the power of your voice, whether through spoken or sung words, or through what you write, speak about, or stand for symbolically. Look, this is what we were just talking about. You have a potentially very powerful healing voice, and you are guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. Okay, everything I said before that, and this. The next card, the Dark Healing Chamber. The Dark Healing Chamber. The most challenging task is to take courage in both hands and journey within to meet our own dark self and begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light to it. Did that make sense, or did I read that stupid? Okay. The most challenging task is to take courage in both hands and journey within to meet our own dark self and begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light to it. The sacred purpose of any enemy, within or without, is to push us to venture inwards, to seek and to heal the darkness within. This is shadow work. This is exactly what this is. They're talking about it as the Dark Healing Chamber, but this is your shadow work. All this stuff that, it's like they said, the sacred purpose of any enemy, within or without. So the enemy within, which could be you, or out of you, or is to push, you to venture inwards, to seek and heal the darkness within. When we face obstacles, when we face hurdles, when we face all this stuff that we would call, oh God, what a shitty day, this is shitty, this is lame, screw that, this sucks. When we have those moments, why does it suck? Why is it a shitty day? What happened? How are you not handling it? Did it trigger you? Was it a trigger? Or was it just a bad day? Sometimes you have to decipher through that, because if you have more than one bad day in a row, and it's the same thing over and over and over again, right? Something might be poking at you in not a bad way. So usually when I talk about poking, it's usually something bad, like a baddie or an icky thing. But sometimes, and it could be, but what's happening is it's trying to make you reach in, go within. Is this a trigger? Is this something that is hurting you for a reason? Is it something that you need to heal? Is it something you can heal? I'm pretty sure everything can be healed. We just have to choose to heal it. And when you're ready, you will. So again, a lot of times when you come up to these hurdles and these obstacles and you're just like, ugh, ask yourself if it's something that needs to be healed, and then go within. So again, the Dark Healing Chamber, this is about your shadow work. This, again, it's about going in and finding out what it is that you need to heal. And remember, like I said, healing and all the different aspects of healing, like if you have 5 different things that you feel need to be healed, they're all going to be onions, but they're not going to be the same onion. They're all different onions, okay, that go into your human soup. Not an actual one. All I can think of is like Hannibal Lecter now. Sorry, that went sideways. When I say your human soup, your soul, the soup of your soul, right? And each onion has its own layers. And again, as I mentioned with the other cards, you'll be given things not all at once, because all at once is overwhelming. But you'll take each one of those things and you'll heal it as you go. And it may not be consecutively, right? You may not say, okay, all this is healed, I went through all the layers. You may get different onions, all, at different times, while you still have onions that are peeling. Okay? So, but it's just what you can handle at what time, what triggers, what onion, and what layers need to come off. And eventually you'll get to the end. And you'll take that sigh of relief. But then you might have another onion that's still not done. And that's okay. There is nothing wrong with being a work in progress. My personal belief is that we're a work in progress until the day we die. And the reason I say that is because, we're always learning something new. We're always learning something new. And it's good to learn new things. Even if it's something small, right? Like maybe it's some little tidbit that you just found out about something. You're like, whoa, I want to go share that. It's one of the reasons I love Jeopardy. It's like little tidbits of knowledge. But it's okay to be a work in progress. All right. So let's get to our last card. The Knot of Isis. The Knot of Isis. Part of your spiritual destiny involves a special relationship with the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are afforded her power, protection, and abundance too. You are now deepening your connection to the goddess Isis. Ooh. So, again, I don't know enough about her to teach you about her, but I should look it up, and maybe we'll have a special episode about it. But if you are so in tune or so inclined to do so, connect with her. Connect with her. I have connected with her energy. She's very interesting. She's very, very special. And I know that a lot of people are saying, yeah, but that's not part of my religion. You know what? God knows. All right. I do believe in God. I do. A lot of people are saying, yeah, you're way out there. I don't think you do, but I do. He sits at the head of my spiritual table. And there's a lot of people at my spiritual table, including the goddess Isis and the goddess Pele. She's like front and center right now. But instead of judging what we don't know, and instead of letting the larger consciousness of ethereal beings tell us what we should think or know, think for yourself. I mean, that may not be for you, and that's okay. And if it's not, find a saint, find an angel, lean into God or Jesus or the Mother Mary, lean into them, and empower yourself, and embody yourself. I should say, embody yourself with their power. Whatever spiritual thing that you lean in towards, find something that resonates with you amongst that, and lean into it. And again, empower yourself with their strength, with their knowledge. And if you are willing to take a walk on the wild side, which to me is not the wild side, but to some it is. Like, oh, go crazy then. If you want to take a walk on the wild side, look her up. Excuse me. I had breakfast this morning before I did the show. She is a very interesting read. And like I said, I have to go back and study more up on her because I've forgotten a lot of stuff that I have read. I've gotten away from that for a bit during that spiral I was in. But also take care of your mental health. Okay, that's the biggest, foremost. That will always be my big advocacy, right? Body positivity and mental health. But like I said, you don't have to put it on blast. The things that you look into, the things that you choose to study, or the things that you choose to learn about or read about, that can stay private with you. Again, I put my story out there to give people the courage and the strength to lean into their own, to look into their own story. All right. And to really kind of, sit down and write your own story. You don't need a ghostwriter in your life. And a lot of times people want to sit there and ghostwrite with you about your life. They want to tell you how to live it. They want to tell you how you should look. They want to tell you how you should act. They want to, it's everything. And I would say most times it comes from a place of caring and worrying, but we can't live under somebody else's thumb and rule forever. Sometimes we have to discover our own paths and be true to our own journeys. All right. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll be back here tomorrow with Aloha Oracle Friday. If you're not into Aloha Oracle Friday, I'll be back here Monday with, and we're getting into the vortex, which is basically getting into yourself. And that will be when we start to really kind of, again, solidify that house of self-love that we built. They are relationship cards, but they are really about the relationship with you and then how it can extend out to other people. So I'm looking forward to this deck. I haven't really seen any of the cards. I've seen 2 of them. I've had this deck forever, but I don't really use it. So I'm excited about this journey because, once again, I will be learning along with you. So as per usual, we'll just be winging it. I'll just be saying whatever comes off the top of my head. And I think it will be a really good journey. And that'll actually take us into the new year. All right. So again, hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. You can catch the show tomorrow or Monday. Both start at 8:30 a.m. We're going from Pacific Daylight Time to Pacific Standard Time. So PST, PDT, and PST. 8:30 a.m. in the morning, California time. How about that? 8:30 a.m. California time. Let's see. Facebook Live under Shelly Marie Lucas. Anybody can watch. We don't need to be friends. They are all public. So, because I know how some people get about that. And I also have a replay on the Aloha Perspective Facebook page and the Aloha Perspective with Shelly Marie Lucas on YouTube. And I do share these to Twitter And then starting Monday, I'll be back on TikTok with the shorter version of these cards. I'm basically just reading it, giving a quick thing off the top of my head. They're about a minute long for those of you that are on the run. And I do post those to Instagram as well. So again, have a great, great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you tomorrow or Monday.